Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Know to Grow. So today we are going to start a new topic on 8286 processor. So as it's a vast topic, we'll be covering this in parts. In the first part, we are going to see the architecture, the processing units and some of its pins. And the other left out portion will be covered in other videos. So stay tuned. For this, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Now let's start with the architecture part. So here comes the architecture as 8286 is a higher level processor of 8086. So some of the things are very similar to 8086 but some other things are new. Okay, so we'll be seeing all the things. Let me select the marker. Okay, so the architecture of 8286 contains four separate processing units, that is the bus unit, the instruction unit, the execution unit and the address unit. Okay, and we'll be seeing their functions, what are their contributions by one. Okay, so we'll start with the bus unit. So what is the function of bus unit? It provides all memory and input output read and write operations. Okay, let me repeat it once again. It provides all memory and input output read and write operations. Okay, now the second part is it performs data transfer between 8086 and the co-processors like 8287. Okay, what it does, it performs the data transfer between 286 and the co-processor, that is 287. Now the prefetcher, you can see over here. Wait, you can see over here. Okay, you can see over here this prefetcher. The prefetcher in the bus unit prefetches up to 6 byte of instructions and place them in a queue. See, you can see over here 6 byte prefetch queue. It prefetches up to 6 byte of instructions and then place them in a queue. Now we'll doing this instruction unit. We'll be seeing the function of this instruction unit. So what it does, it decodes the prefetched instruction. Okay, so it decodes up to 3 prefetched instructions and place them in a queue for the further execution by the execution unit. Now let's see about the execution unit. Now what is the function of execution unit? It executes the instruction from the instruction unit but sequentially. Okay, now it has 5 registers. Execution unit has 5 registers, that is a 8086 flag register, a general purpose register, pointer register, index register and one 16-bit additional register called MSW, that is machine status word. A 16-bit additional register which is called MSW, machine word register. We'll be studying about it in our further classes. It will also come in 83, 86 also. Okay, now let's move to the address unit. Okay, before starting this address unit, one should know. Okay, let me first tell. Okay, what does the address unit does? It calculate physical address that is to be sent out of memory or input output by the bus unit. Okay, it calculates the physical address that will be sent out to the memory or input output by bus unit. Now one thing everyone should know. Now the one thing that everyone should know that 8286 is a 24-bit address line. Okay, is having a 24-bit address line, and the 8286 is having two modes of operation. That is a real mode and the other one is a protected virtual address mode, that is also called PVAM mode. Okay, now If 8286 is operating in real address mode, then the address unit computes 20-bit addresses using a segment base and offset just like 8086, but it will compute 20-bit address. Okay. Now in this mode, now as it is computing 20-bit, so the pins A20 to A23 will be 0 and A0 to A19 bits are only used to the maximum physical address it can access is 1 MB. Okay, so A0 to A19 are the only pins used, so the maximum physical address it can access is 1 MB. Now, if the 8086 is operated in PWAM mode, then 8286 is operated in PWAM mode, then it uses all 24 address line to access up to 16 MB of physical memory. So from here what we can conclude that 8286 is having a physical memory of 16 MB, and in this mode it also provides up to 1 GB of virtual memory. 1 GB of virtual memory. So here from here we can conclude that 8286 is having a 16-bit physical memory and 1 GB of virtual memory. Okay. Now let's start with the pins and signals of 8286 processor. So all the pins we have read about it in 8086. We'll be discussing about only this processor extension interface. Okay. So let's see. Yes. Okay. Wait. Let me erase this. So when used to interface with processor extensions, so there are 4 pins that are provided to interface the 8286 with a processor. That is a PEREQ, PEACK, then busy and error. The full form of PEREQ is processor extension request. PEACK is processor extension acknowledge, then busy and error. Now we will see the function of PEREQ. The processor extension request input pin are asserted by the coprocessor to tell the 8286 to perform data transfer to or from memory. It is used to tell the 8286 to perform a data transfer to or from the memory. Okay. Now what is the function of PEACK? So when the 8286 gets round to do the transfer, it asserts the processor extension acknowledge signal to the coprocessor to let it know that the transfer has already been started. Now it is that when you have started doing a work, it is to inform the other person that you are doing this work. That is the PEACK pin. I will go for the busy pin. Okay, the busy pin's function is just as similar to the pin that we have read in 8086. Now when 8286 executes a wait instruction, it will remain in a wait loop until it finds a busy signal from the processor high. Okay. Now we'll go for error. If a coprocessor finds some error during processor, it will assert the error input to the 8086 to 86. It will assert the error input to the 80 to 86, and this will cause the 80 to 86 to automatically do a interrupt call. When it will assert a error input, the 80 to 86 will automatically do a interrupt call. So we'll stop till here, and we'll the further remaining things, that is the modes of operation and other things, will be covering up in our other videos. So stay tuned for other videos, subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. Until we meet, bye bye.